Alright. Thank you. You know, it's good to be here. Everybody. Yeah, alright. Hey, good to see you, man. Haven't seen a lot of these faces in a while. Good. Alright. Glad to be here. Thank you. Let's see. First press conference. Anybody got any questions? You know, go ahead. I'm ready. Over there. Yeah. First question.
Right, shut up, Jeff from Identified Sports News. Your last couple of careers have been pretty shy, you know, they ain't been consistent, ain't got no longevity to them, you know, you just been pretty woeful all around, to be honest with you, if I'm going to keep it real, you know, my son was a fan, but, you know, you slacking off, you dropped off, he unsubscribed, he weren't having it, but how do you intend to bring longevity and consistency this year for FIFA 21 in this career mode, with your selected team? How's that going to be brought? You know what I'm saying,
fucking
to the
retard.
forefront of the channel.
I mean, is that it? First of all, tell your son to go and fuck himself. Second of all, what was the question again? I don't really know. Something about longevity. Listen. We've been away from FIFA for quite some time. I ain't gonna lie to you. Last career mode was Werder Bremen. Didn't last that long. I'm not gonna lie to you. No, I'm not gonna hide my inconsistencies from anybody. I had quite some time away from FIFA, and I ain't gonna lie to you, I enjoyed a lot of it. You know, at no point did I think I missed FIFA. I'm not gonna lie to you, I didn't miss it. But we have the opportunity, been gifted, to return to, as a lifelong Arsenal fan. You know, no project has excited me more than the opportunity to come back and bring Arsenal back to where they used to be, where they deserve to be. In a time like this, there's no better time to come back and manage the team that I grew up supporting, you know. So it's just going to come with the excitement for the role, you know. I'm very excited to be here managing Arsenal. I don't appreciate the tone that you came at with that question, you know. I don't appreciate that at all. So no more fucking questions from you, sir. Alright? But we're here with Arsenal. You know, I have many goals and objectives, and you know, I'm very determined, and I'm excited to get started at this beautiful club, you know. So anybody else got a question that doesn't start with nothing but disrespect?
Yeah, so this is Rob from High Value Men Entertainment here.
Pause.
And, you know,
Pause
we're
on that.
all about the fashion over here. We're all about the swagger.
What do you think about the sweater?
And
huh?
we just want to know, you know, what kind of fit does, you know, RainKeroseneyt wear on the touchline? Is it Louis Vuitton? Is it Versace? Is it Dolce & Gabbana? Is it Gucci? What is your go-to, you know, outfit on the touchline? We just like to know.
I appreciate the question. You know, I'll be real with you. I probably got this from like H&M or some shit, you know, but don't sleep on H&M. I don't really understand the importance of your question regarding my swag, but as you can see, I turned up ready to fucking impress. But that's neither here nor there. You know, on the training ground, I might rock a little tutu jumper and tracksuit. You know, Adidas supply us with that shit, so you know I'll rock it. Right now, you know, I pulled up in nothing but the sweater, this beautiful the shirt from TM Lewin. We only wear the finest, you know. We got the red tie, you know, for the Gunners. But again, I don't really see. I'm not gonna stand here and tell you everything I'm wearing. Not like I'm wearing goddamn Louis Vuitton shoes on right now. But that's not important. What else isn't important is the fact that I got a $5,000 ring on my finger. But that is not important. We're here to talk about Arsenal, man. Next question. Anybody else?
There's Wolfie. Oh, listen, you know,
Wolfie, my guy.
In these streets, you know what I'm saying? Listen, I value about entertainment. Send me my Louis V tracksuit.
Yeah.
Listen,
right.
You know, my boy. Listen, we've been boys for a hot minute. You know what I'm saying? Hot second. You know what I'm saying?
It's love, man.
Honestly, you know what I'm saying?
What's your mouth? What's your mouth?
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you know what I'm saying.
I don't know what you're saying, man.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't know what you're saying.
Anyway.
Speak up, say it with your chest.
The question that I have here for you is, what is your transfer policy gonna be? You know what I'm saying? Because I know you like to be making the realistic transfers, but you know it's 2020. Ain't no such thing as realistic transfers anymore. So how does RainKeroseneyt, you know, how does my boy? I see you, my boy. I see you. I see you.
I see you too, my guy.
You know, what are you gonna be doing in the transfer window? Is it just gonna be balls to the wall, pause, or is it gonna, you know, you're gonna have some strategy to it?
So finally we got a good question. It took my guy to step up in here and have a good question about my fucking fit. So you know, I don't really know what you mean about there not being realistic transfers. I don't really know what that means. You know, I don't see where you're coming. You know, you already know. You know, realistic transfers. I like my whole career mode as a whole. Realism is what I'm shooting for. So realistic transfers, I'm still gonna aim for those. You know, I'm not gonna go out and just sign Mbappe season 1. You know, on a loan to buy. You know, we ain't gonna do stuff like that. But what excited me the most about returning to Arsenal is not only, you know, anybody could step up a career mode, and you know, FIFA's been a bit too easy for some time. Anyone could pick Arsenal, win everything. But we wanna. The most important thing to me when Arsene Wenger left, you know, he asked us to protect the values of the club. You know, and that's something that I want to do. We really want to protect, not only win, but we want to win the Arsenal way. You know, we want to play attractive, expansive football. You know, we want to give players a chance who wouldn't be given a chance at other clubs. You know, we want to bring players possibly from overseas who you might not have heard of. You know, and really give them an opportunity to prove themselves. You know, we're not going to go out and spend 100 million on a player just because the media's told you that he's worth it, you know, because we've seen it before. You know, a lot of these players aren't worth it. You know, Atletico, you ask them if they are happy with their 126 million spent on João Felix, I don't think they would say they're happy. You know, and I could have told you they wouldn't have been happy. But you know, that's what we really want to protect the values of the club here at Arsenal. You know, we're gonna bring the best quality players that we can for the best price. You know. We're not going to go crazy. We've got some very, very talented players here at the club already, you know, especially young players. Honestly, the future of Arsenal is bright. You know, we've got players like Saka, we've got players like Gabriel Martinelli and Kieran Tierney and Willock and Nelson. We got a lot of players who are made in the hell end, you know. So they're going to get their chance. We're going to do things the right way here. And we're not going to go crazy at all. So appreciate the question, my guy. Good luck on that PSG career, man, my guy! I see you, bro. Let me use the next question.
Sit down and shut up in him. You're done now. Okay, you're done now. I can't give away the government. But obviously, I'm from Driller Academy Entertainment. You know, the one there.
Skip it, bro. Guess how many get this man out of here, bro? Get this man out of here from. Talking about Driller Academy. Whose man's is this? Who let this man in here? No, but get out, bro. Do I have to get up and do I have to get him out here myself? Where's the security in here? Yeah, man. Get up out here, bruv. Man, they're here talking about driller this and driller. Bruv, you know, these man don't know where I'm from, you know. I got a big man job here at Arsenal, but I'm from the streets, bruv. I'm not taking that. But let me calm down a little bit, because I might, them man might highlight me on BBC News and that, and you know, I'm just trying to do my job. But you know, Arsenal, I think that's the last question. So any added news? You know, we're gonna be playing on ultimate difficulty, all of that. You know, we want a challenge. Competitor mode, I don't know if that will be a challenge, but we want it all. We want all the smoke. If it comes too difficult, you know, we have the option of adding sliders. We have the option of you know, putting on manual assists, which I really think I might be doing this year. And really the goal is just to have a long ass career mode, create some legends, and just, you know, lit. You know, I've been making the best career modes. Everybody, you know, if you're here for a realistic career mode, we don't sim games, nothing like that, none of that stupidness. You know, we don't do the stupidness over here. We don't do all of that. You know, we're here to make a bad man career mode, you know, and that's all I can say. Yeah. I really look to have a great time here at Arsenal, protect the values, and I see you guys at the start of the Premier League campaign. Thank you everybody for coming, you know. Where's the Don? Let me get my belly, bro. Let me roll up on man from Driller Academy, bro. Alright, people, so you've seen the intro, the press conference. This part of the video, we're basically just going to set up the career mode. This part is going to serve as like an introduction to the series. We're gonna run through the team and stuff like that. Because with Arsenal is there's a lot of topics and things going on within Arsenal, especially over the last year, that is very divisive within the fan base. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna run through the team and stuff like that. Now we're gonna run the team, and I'm gonna give you my opinions and stuff like that, and you can get an idea of where I stand on a lot of these topics. Topics like Ozil, you know, create a lot of divisive situations between the fans. So stuff like that, you're gonna get an idea of what I'm gonna be doing throughout the series, how I'm gonna be managing certain players, certain tactics, and just my stance. You know, you can get a little insight onto the type of Arsenal manager I might be. You know, we're gonna run through the settings of the career mode as a whole as well, like difficulties and stuff like that. You're gonna get ideas, all that type of stuff. We're gonna do it pretty quick. None of these dudes look like a decent base. Decent base, but I'm gonna create the manager and we'll get into more important stuff. Alright, so manager created, all that stuff done. It ain't even really important. Obviously we're on EA access, so we only have 10 hours to play, so we ain't going into too much detail with all the creation appearance. Just make him look a little bit like me. Obviously we're going the greatest club in the world, Arsenal FC, the Gunners. We are playing on Ultimate. Really the objective is to make this as difficult as possible, you know. Nothing I hate more than just breezing through this stuff. So ultimate difficulty, hopefully it's a little bit harder than it usually is. Sterling, all of that enabled. I don't think we have to edit groups. They should be fine. Financial takeover, no thank you. Negotiation strictness. Now this is something I've been going a little bit back and forth with. When they announced it, I was all for it. I love the idea of negotiation strictness. I mentioned I like realistic. I want a realistic transfer market. But the way they've done it, they didn't go nearly enough into depth, it seems. And from what it seems, is that it means that you just can't negotiate with rival clubs. It seems like that's the extent of it. I don't know. I'm hoping that it goes a little bit further and deeper than that. But from what I've seen, it just means that you can't negotiate with rival clubs, which in itself doesn't make any sense, because rival clubs negotiate all the time. Of course, it's a lot harder and rarer, but it happens all the time. We just bought David Luiz from Chelsea last season. We got William from Chelsea this season. Obviously, we didn't negotiate with them to get it, but you know, it happens. Chelsea got Giroud from us. One of the biggest transfers in the history of the club probably is Sol Campbell signing from Tottenham. You know, it happens. It happens. So you shouldn't just not be able to negotiate. Maybe, yeah, you can't negotiate with the club's star players, or even then you should be able to negotiate, but they should just have ridiculously high expectations, I guess. And it should come down to the size of the clubs. Like if Arsenal going to negotiate with 10 years ago, 15 years ago, if we went to negotiate with Chelsea, it's a different story, because Chelsea aren't nearly as big as us that time, you know. So I don't like the idea that you just can't negotiate. You know, like Luis Figo, like it happens all the time. Perlo, you can list so many players who have gone. I mean, I don't respect it at all, you know. I mean, even if you do play for Arsenal, I don't respect David Luiz for going from Chelsea to Arsenal. That's crazy. But regardless, I'm gonna take a risk on it, and I'm gonna go strict and hope. Like I mean, it's new to the game. We want to find out how it works. We'll find out right here. And if we can't negotiate with rival clubs, then we can't negotiate with rival clubs. I'll leave international job offers on. I don't see why anyone would turn it off. Like if you don't want an international job offer, you just don't accept it. But at some point, we might want to take an international job offer. You never know. And transfer window, as always, disabled in the first window. You know, adds on to the realism again. You know, the window has just been completed. I don't like going crazy with transfers, especially for the first season. You know, just you know, it's a new game. The window's just shut. All these teams are fresh anyway. You know. So, I mean, obviously there's a lot of transfers. Transfer window is usually closed at this point, but obviously pandemic, coronavirus, it ain't closed. So a lot could still happen. I'm not the type of person to replicate real life, so if Arsenal are to sign Awar or Partey, for example, don't expect me to go and do it. I mean, I'm not saying I won't. I might. I do like both players. But, you know, a lot of stuff that could happen, and it doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to replicate it. So there's that. So we got a new squad hub. I don't really know about any of the new changes. I know like the bare minimum about them. I know that they're there and what they are. I don't really know in detail. We got a new squad hub, which more or less looks the same. So I don't actually know what the changes are. But this is the important part of the video. I'm going to go through a team, and basically I'm just going to tell you what my plans are for every player. Not necessarily what my plans are, but just, you know, ideas. Like I said, we got some divisive players in this team. Some of you might want me to get rid of some of these players. Some of you might want me to keep these. So I'm just gonna tell you straight up where I am when it comes to this. We're gonna run through the team so you know who we have, and that will be it. So Bernd Leno, obviously number one. We had to see Emi Martinez leave us, unfortunately, but you know, Bernd Leno, it's crazy to me how people have turned on him already this season. He's made a few mistakes. He's looked a little bit shaky, but he's just come off of an ACL tear. And people seem to forget how many times this man saved us last season. If we didn't... people talk about Aubameyang. If we didn't have Bernd Leno last season, we'd be in the relegation zone. like, come on. He's got an 85 overall for a reason. In my honest opinion, he's the most underrated keeper in the world. I said it. Dejan Iliev, I couldn't care less, I'll be honest with you. Matt Macy, couldn't care less, to be honest. The thing is, before I go through the team, bear in mind, anyone who's watched my career modes knows that I will give everybody a chance. Everybody has a chance. If they play well, they will play. I know Arteta said it, sounds like I'm, but this is how I am, you know. In loads of my career modes, you get players who turn into stars who you wouldn't even consider to be playing. So none of these players are automatically written off. Maybe Dejan Iliev, I'm not gonna lie. But none of them are automatically written off, you know. They will all have a chance. I'm not gonna sell anyone particularly. I have no one who I plan to sell. Let's put it that way, straight away. Maybe, unless I'm forgetting someone. Kieran Tierney, love it. Also, another thing I have to point out is that I don't like to use players who don't have scanned faces. So if a player doesn't have a scanned face, like I said, nobody is written off the rip. But if you don't have a scanned face, your chances are very low of surviving around here. I'm just gonna say it. Tierney 78, can't believe that's a little bit low, but you know, okay, cool. I mean, it was only half a season really that he played for us, so it's all right. But the fact that he's the same as Kolasinac is kind of crazy. Side Kolasinac, Tierney would definitely be starting left back. There's really no doubt about that. But Kolasinac, like I said, everyone's going to get a chance. And as much as he is shaky defensively, he is pretty damn good going forward at times. And pretty consistent as well. I mean, like I said, he's pretty shaky sometimes, but his overall performance for Arsenal is pretty consistent. And he really pushes us up the field. Like I said, going forward, he is a threat. The man is a threat. So, and he's, what, 27, 78 overall? It looks like he's leaving Arsenal sometime soon as well. But like I said, I'm not going to just replicate real life. Mavropanos, 73 overall. I don't know what his potential is. I don't want to know. I'm hoping his potential is at least decent, because I do like this guy in real life. Hopefully, he has a good season at Stuttgart, because I feel like he could come in and play a real part for Arsenal. Injuries have obviously been hard on him, but you know, if his potential is good enough in the game, I mean, I'm more than happy to give him his chance next season. And he's got a scanned face, so it's just a bonus. Joseph Olowo, I'm going to be real with you. Sitting at 57 overall, and you ain't got a scanned face, I'm going to keep it real. Your chances are slim. But you're not written off yet. I mean, take it with a pinch of salt when I say you ain't written off yet, because this man is pretty much written off, you know. Zach Medley, we'll see when he comes back. I keep it real. That's all I have to say with Zach Medley. He'll probably go on loan again. Socrates, we'll see how he performs, but we've got a lot of centre-backs in this team, and Socrates, let's just say he ain't at the top of my list. We got Callum Chambers here. At 75 overall, I'm pretty disappointed with that, to be honest. He had a really good season on loan at Fulham, where he got their player of the season, and then before he got injured for us last season, he was brilliant. At right back, at least. He was brilliant. I'm going to have to train him to play right back as well, because it doesn't seem to be one of his positions. But he was brilliant. I would want to see at least a 78, like Kolasinac and Tierney. We got Pablo Mari. I completely forgot about this guy. I'm going to keep it real. I don't know why we signed him. Arteta I trust in Arteta. He must have seen something somewhere. But we signed the man off the back of what? One game? He played one game and then got a permanent deal? I don't get it. But, you know, I mean, let's hope he does well. We'll give him his chance just like everyone else. Rob Holding, 75. Oh, that's crazy, bro. Looking at his overall, I like Rob Holding in real life. I think he's got, I mean, again, he's a bit like Kolasinac. Well, no, he's better than Kolasinac. But he's shaky at times. I don't think he's dominant enough as he should be, especially for his size. I feel like he should be a little bit more dominant. He's still young for a centre-back. But again, he's here. We got a lot of centre-backs. Gabriel, that is heartbreaking. heartbreaking. You know, let me take a quick look. Double heartbreaking. Neither of them have a scan face. I'm devastated. I'm devastated because you don't know how important it is to me for these players to have scan faces. You really don't understand. Like who is that? Who is that? You know, if I cover his name, who is that? It ain't Gabriel. It's just the guy with Gabriel on the back of his shirt. But I've been over this enough times. We ain't gonna talk about scan faces too much. Gabriel and William Saliba, the future of us at centre back. I don't really know who I'm gonna start with in these games, but we'll see. Like I said, performances mean everything. Saliba's overall is a little bit lower than I thought it would be. He had a really good season in France. So, yeah, I'm a little bit surprised. Here we have Guendouzi. I mean, sorry, David Luiz. I'm playing. I knew it was David Luiz. It says it right there. But that's my point, you know. If a player, you know, we ain't going back into it. David Luiz, I mean, I love the impact this guy has off the field, but he's just shit, innit? He's just shit. I mean, as a defensive midfielder, with the amount of centre backs we have at this club now, I'm kind of surprised we don't try and play this guy as a holding mid, because as a holding mid, he could do it, you know, he could do it. He's got the passing range, he's got all the ability on the ball, he can tackle and shit like that. He's just not a good defender for a centre back. Like his awareness and concentration, positioning is just, you know. So maybe we'll look to make him a holding mid, but with 1 year left on his contract, I really don't know what the future holds for him. Mustafi, Mustafi played alright for us last season. Another story of he played pretty well before he got injured, but I mean, he has made so many mistakes for us. But the thing with Mustafi is we know how good he can be. You know, he can be good. It's just not happened for him at Arsenal, and I don't know why. He's got 1 year on his contract, which I didn't know. So it's another one. A lot of these players, I really don't know what's going to happen. I'm not against renewing their contract if they're playing well. A lot of it just depends on how much they're asking for. Cedric, another one who, I mean, kind of just got a free deal. Didn't really do anything before we signed him. But with Cedric, I'm happy with Cedric at Arsenal. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, I've been begging out for a defender who can just defend. I don't give a damn if you're shit going forward or if it, just be able to defend as a defender. It's the bare minimum, you know. And I've been saying we don't need a world-class defender. We just need a defender who can defend. And Cedric can defend. He's proven it, you know. He's been on the highest level with Portugal. He's been so consistent for Southampton over the years. Cool. Hector Bellerin, hopefully we could get the best out of Hector. Hector is actually gonna be, spoiler alert, Hector will be my vice captain for the career mode. Aubameyang will be stripped as captain, but we'll get into that when we get a little bit further down the line, you know what I'm saying, down this list. I'm just saying it, don't hate me, wait for the explanation. AZ, they still ain't updated this man's haircut, that's crazy. AZ Maitland-Niles, I don't really have much to say about him. Hopefully he grows a lot, you know, he's very versatile. Don't know where I'm going to play him, but, you know, he's sticking around. Lucas Torreira, a player who is just so... I mean, I don't have a problem with Torreira, but he is just so overrated, isn't it? Like, I feel like us Arsenal fans have just been crying for a defensive midfielder for so long that anybody who comes in to play that position, we just hail them as God. Like, Torreira literally had one good game. I think it was his debut. He literally came in and played well on his debut, and then we started calling him a god. And he's been bang average since, and we've continued to call him a god. Like, honestly, it looks like he's out the door. I couldn't care less. And again, I haven't got a problem with him. I like him. But he's just not as good as everyone acts, is he? He's just not. He's barely ever even in his position. He's like a little dog. He's like a little Rottweiler. And I understand press is important, but he doesn't do it right. He doesn't press right. He chases the ball, ends up right wing forwards, and there's a hole in the middle of the pitch. But yeah, in game, I'm down to give him a try. I'm down to play him. I mean, I have a feeling Torreira will be really good. I've had players like Torreira with his type of build and stuff, and they've been really good for me in FIFA. Players like Mo Bezic in the West Brom career mode. Shout out West Brom career mode. One of the best. Guendouzi, one of them divisive figures. It looks, I wouldn't be surprised if he leaves. I wouldn't be surprised if he stays either, because I honestly don't see anyone coming in and buying him. It's kind of a risk. Like, we know how much potential he has. He could turn out to be an amazing player, but I'm not really liking his attitude. The thing with Guendouzi is, a player's attitude doesn't matter in FIFA. It don't matter at all. So I'm more than happy to keep Guendouzi around. Obviously, it says right there, exciting prospect. I'm more than happy to keep him around and play him.
We don't know. Things could turn around. I can see it turn around because, like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if he stays with us. And if he's forced to stay with us, I could see him turning things around. You know, he might just be forced to apologize and knuckle down. You know, he has handed in a transfer request, but again, attitude doesn't matter in the game. And if he could do the job, and you know, I mean, as annoying as he is, I'm not the biggest Guendouzi fan. But again, when he's on the pitch, and again, he makes a lot of mistakes. He's not the finished product, but he has bags of potential, and I like the guy's passion. But yeah, again, I will probably keep him around. I'm not gonna lie. El Neni, unsure, but we'll see how he performs. That's literally all I have to say. Granit Xhaka, club captain. Club captain. Aubameyang is stripped. Xhaka is the club captain for this series for as long as he is here. I am the biggest divisive figure aside of Mesut Ozil. A lot of people hate him. The guy, listen, the guy's record speaks for itself. When we don't have Xhaka on the pitch, we lose. It is pretty much that simple. When he's not on the pitch, we lose. When he's on the pitch, we perform. Xhaka is so underrated. Yes, again, he's made mistakes. People make mistakes. It happens. But he plays well, especially since the whole debacle with him throwing the armband on the floor and flipping the bird to the fans who were dumb. Since then, he's been amazing. He's been amazing. He is the only real leader in our team, which is why he is the captain. The only real leader in our team, other than, I would say, David Luiz. So it's the obvious choice for me. You know, a leader is not just the best player for me. A leader is a leader. Xhaka is the only man who looks like he's talking on the pitch, willing to pick players up when their heads hang. You know, real passion. Xhaka is captain. Aubameyang, we love Aubameyang. Love him. But he's just not captain. He's not a captain. You watch Aubameyang on the pitch, half of the time, look at the game against Liverpool. I mean, we didn't play great, but Aubameyang was invisible. He did nothing. You know, he didn't lead. Again, but don't take it, I love Aubameyang. Don't take it the wrong way. He's a great goal scorer, but he's not a captain. And don't bring that, oh, he captains Gabon. Who else is going to captain Gabon? Come on. Bars. Ben Sheaf. I don't really have anything to say about you, I'm not gonna lie. Matthew Smith, again, I don't really have anything to say about you. Bukayo Saka, I don't have anything to say about you. Huge talent, he's here to stay, he's here to play. Bukayo, shout out, he just got called up to England. Shout out to Bukayo Saka. Dani Ceballos, he was amazing towards the end of last season. Everything before that was forgettable, and he's been pretty good this season so far. I'll see how I feel, but I'm not sure if I'm going to want to sign him after the loan. But he's here now, and that's all that matters. Smith Rowe, devastated to see he doesn't have a face. The good thing is a lot of these players could get scan faces later on, so that's, you know, that's something. But again, another young talent, bags of potential, same as Joe Willock. He's got a face, love to see it. Bags of potential, here to stay. Mesut Ozil, honestly, you know what? I don't really have much to say about Ozil other than same as everybody else. I will use him. The only thing with Ozil is I don't think I'm gonna be playing a cam, so I don't really know what I'm gonna do with him. If he plays well, again, I'm willing to offer him a new contract as long as his wage demands aren't too high. If he's willing to take a pay cut and he plays well, I'm willing to keep him. As for real life, he needs to fucking go. He needs to, and I need to any Arsenal fans watching this who are begging Ozil to play, please understand, please, we are playing the best football we have played in years. We are finally looking like a half decent team. We've just won the FA Cup, we've just won the Community Shield. Why do you need Ozil to play? There is no, like, I could understand it back when Emre was in charge and we were shit. But we're winning games. We're winning trophies. Why do you care who is winning the games for us? We're winning. We don't need Ozil. The man does not contribute. No man could be on the team if he doesn't run after the ball. That's where I stand. That's just where I stand. But again, that type of stuff don't matter in FIFA. So, you know, Ozil, I'll play him. Nicolas Pepe, don't have much. That face is horrible. Who is that? Who is that? That face, that looks like, I don't even know who that looks like. He almost looks like Papis Cisse. Remember Papis Cisse for Demba Papis Cisse for Newcastle? That's a horrible face. But Pepe, let's support Pepe as Arsenal fans. He's a baller. We see he's a baller. That's all I have to say. Jordan Aseta, I don't know. Don't have much to say about him. Gabriel Martinelli, don't have much to say. I'm surprised that he's just showing great potential and not exciting prospect. That is all I'm surprised with. Wow. Okay. But yeah, another young talent that we've just got bags of. Willian, don't have much to say about Willian. He's a baller. We'll be using him. Reece Nelson, young player, 72. I would have expected at least like a 74, 75 for Reece Nelson, but you know, he doesn't score that many goals. That's the one thing I really need him to add. This is an important season for Reece Nelson. He needs to do well this year. He needs to up his goals. So yeah, I mean, I'm unsure with Reece Nelson. We got a lot of wingers in the team. He might go out on loan, but we'll see. Trey Coyle, nothing to say. Eddie Nketiah, another young player with bags of potential, goal scorer. If we need a goal, we'll call Eddie. He might go on loan. I don't know. Florian Balogun, 60 overall? For a man who scored so many goals in under 20... Wait, I don't even know. What is he playing? Under 23? Under 20? Wherever he's playing, he's banging goals. 60. That's crazy to me. But, shit. I mean, I have nothing to say now. Aubameyang, you know what it is. Best player, goal scorer. I don't really have much to say other than, like I said, he ain't the leader of the team, you know. The one problem I have with Aubameyang, I've always said, he's obviously a great goal scorer, but he's one of them strikers, one of them goal scorers. To me, he's not even a striker, to be honest. He never has been. He's always been a left winger for me. But he's one of them players who, like I said, when he doesn't score, he scores a lot, but when he doesn't score, he does nothing. He does nothing. If he doesn't score, he affects the game in no way at all. Lacazette, that's why I love Lacazette. Another one who a lot of people, not so divisive, but he splits the fan base. Some people love Lacazette, some people think he's not good enough. I definitely think he's good enough. I'm a big Lacazette supporter. Obviously, he had a bad season last season, that's no doubt, but that's where the saying comes from of form is temporary, class is permanent. You know, people have dips in form and it happens. But he started this season strong. We all know Lacazette is a goal scorer. We all know that, you know. But the reason I love Lacazette is he's the opposite of Aubameyang, where even when he doesn't score, he is always involved. He's always linking up play. He's always giving defenders a hard time. He's always holding up the ball and making runs. Against Liverpool this past week, he missed a couple chances, yeah, but he was still one of our best players on the pitch. Aubameyang was not involved. Laka was always involved, you know. And I love it. And again, like I said, he scores goals. So Lacazette will be my striker at least for the first season, and we'll see how it goes. Shout out Laka, and we got Tyrese John Jewell, 57. Oh my god, EA. Wow. I mean, they kind of did it for you. You kind of have no hope, bro. 57. That's wow. That is the entire team of Arsenal. Honestly, I think the team looks pretty good in terms of depth as well. We've been, you know, as long as some of the young players can really step up and have an impact. If these young players, if players like Reece Nelson, Nketiah, Willock, if players like them, especially them three for me, if they can step up and have the type of impact that Saka had last season, and Maitland-Niles is starting to have, if they can have even half of that impact, then our depth is really strong. Obviously, we know Martinelli can do it. He's been injured. And we've got players like Aubameyang and Laka. We have a side that can easily qualify for Champions League for me. It's just going to depend on how difficult this game is. I want it to be a challenge, so... You know, we need to do something about that contract, because this game obviously didn't hear that Aubameyang signed the team, blood. Yeah. But that's it for today's video. We've run through the team. You got an idea of what we're going to be doing, which I think is important. You know, everybody needs to know. I mean, there are going to be a lot of Arsenal career modes out there, I'm sure, but all of them are going to be different. You know, some people will sell Ozil straight away. Some people will love Ozil. You know, everyone's going to be different, and one that suits you, you know. You'll get an idea of that from this video. We're gonna, again, let me know if you want to see me do the Liverpool game live. You know what? The Liverpool game I'm not going to do live because I really want to get into this career mode, and I'm not going to upload this video until tomorrow. So tonight I am going to play, I'm going to start this season and we're going to get into it, and we're going to do the first few games of the season. So yeah. But yeah, give me any suggestions, anything, leave them in the comment section down below. This video is relatively longer than I hoped it would be, but you know, it is what it is. Episode 1, Arsenal career mode. Protect the values. That's what we're here to do. Until next time, people, like, subscribe, and share. Peace.